So about 2.5 weeks ago, Nintendo released another surprise in the form of a Nintendo Direct Mini. Now, honestly, I was not very... How should I say this? I wasn't very motivated to make a video. Because honestly, it wasn't the best. I mean, the first one it did was decent. But this time it just seemed like Nintendo was just trying to stall for something. Now this morning, I woke up to a very rude awakening, hearing my phone go on and off over and over again. And here I was probably thinking maybe just a couple of tweets from Nintendo of America, Nintendo of UK, Nintendo of Japan. Just talking about a couple of things they had mentioned again from Nintendo Direct Mini, or some DLCs they're releasing. But to my surprise, it was not what I expected. Because Nintendo had finally released another surprise attack in the form of a Nintendo Direct. But not just any Nintendo Direct. A Nintendo Direct in honor of the 35th anniversary of Super Mario. That's right, guys. Finally, we have the news. Sadly, it was launched without any knowledge of it. Yes, we had rumors of it, we heard rumors of it, but we had no idea what was going to happen. Or what were they going to show. But as you can see, I'm burning with Super Mario Fever. Let's take a look at what Nintendo had presented throughout the show, and let's see what you guys think. So in 1985, Super Mario Bros. Made its debut on the NES and took the world by surprise, basically like this current pandemic we're experiencing. And it'll be making a surprising entry into the Game & Watch handheld device, which debuted back in 1980, making the series the father of the handheld systems. Now it appears to be a sort of collector's item, as you can see, and it has a pleasing aesthetic looking box it comes. And of course, it will be only made in limited production. So for those of you who hardcore Nintendo collectors, make sure to make your move the moment pre-orders are available. Now up next we have the return of Super Mario 3D World, a gem with mixed thoughts, but enjoyable by most, where you have your choice of 4 characters, being Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach. Now I say with mixed thoughts because some people thought it was too easy, and while I do agree in part, but I still enjoyed the pleasing animations and quirky characters in it, and also introducing the cat costume that I honestly didn't think much of at first, but I see it was necessary to maneuver through various levels that required you to climb up walls and have the agility movements of a cat that made the gameplay fast and pleasing. And to kick it up a notch, you can also play with 4 players or with 3 other players alongside you, so you can make the best of working together to complete the levels and finish without losing lives. And surprisingly, that's not all. Also introducing Bowser's Fury. Now there's yet to be any official info on this, but one can speculate that it's to be some sort of official expansion world within the game. Maybe even with an open world feature. Nonetheless, I can't wait for this to come to the Switch. Now sadly though, it won't be available to February 12th of 2021. But stay tuned guys, there's more. Now if you think playing against 15 players online is a lot, Nintendo has pushed that limit to 34 players online in one screen. Super Mario Bros. 35 allows you to compete against 34 players in a crazy race to remain the only Mario standing as you defeat enemies, sending them to your competitor screens to give them a harder time as they mash to do the same to eliminate you. And use special power-ups that you can also use to give you the advantage to be the last man standing. Now this game is only an exclusive offer to Nintendo Switch Online members and will be available starting October 1st, 2020 for a limited time until March 31st of 2021. Now up next was something that caught me in a drift, pun intended, is Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, sort of augmented reality visible through your Nintendo Switch using kart racers with cameras attached that act as your camera, or as your camera view, as you race through custom-made racetracks inside your very home, using physical starting points and checkpoints throughout to determine the winner. Now this will be available starting October 16th of this year. Now keep in mind though that all these things are sold separately, unfortunately. We don't like to hear that, right? But well, let's continue. Now, throughout the Direct, they mentioned some other things aside from video game releases or updates, so to speak. They also mentioned on the Nintendo website they'll be releasing some sort of missions, so to speak, where you'll be able to complete those missions and when you do, you have a chance to win some special pins in honor of the 35th anniversary of Super Mario. Also, alongside, they'll be releasing an event for those of you who have the mobile version of Super Mario Kart, where you'll be able to find or see, or even use possibly, the original version of Mario and Donkey Kong Jr. as mentioned or as seen in the original Super Mario Kart as well. Also, in November, they'll be releasing a Ninja speedrun course throughout Super Mario Maker 2. Something pretty interesting to see. You know, I'm not the best fan of it, but I mean, I'm willing to give it a try. And also, there will be a collaboration between Splatoon 2 and Super Mario, which is pretty cool. They'll be making from what I was able to see, some sort of level that they're possibly trying to come up with, and also some keychains in honor of that as well. So that's pretty cool. And also, they also mentioned some apparel that they'll be releasing in honor of the 35th anniversary, and some sort of foot apparel, and from what I see, some board games and some much more things that kind of caught me off guard, to be honest. But nonetheless, something that I'm looking forward to see, and even possibly collecting. As you can see, got my Super Mario cap and my Super Mario shirt. I love it. Anyways, let's continue. So, Super Mario All-Stars will finally be available for Nintendo Switch Online members, featuring graphical and audio improvements over the original and Famicom releases, and you can enjoy it this very day. Now, off to the main course, and my favorite thing announced today. The Super Mario 3D All-Stars, rumored back in the first quarter of 2020, is finally confirmed before our very eyes. The start of Super Mario 3D games that debuted back in 1996, Super Mario 64 will finally be available on the Nintendo Switch, also with improved resolution. Now remember that subtle hint that Nintendo threw at us with Mario chilling in the beach? It was for good reason, because also Super Mario Sunshine will be available in this special 3D trio. The next surprise was also one I honestly, and I'm ashamed to say that I never got to try. I never even gave it a chance. But I'm more than happy to say that Super Mario Galaxy will also be available as well, where they introduce new characters like Rosalina and Luma, and we can all enjoy this platforming adventure that's out of this world, pun intended. Now, also available for the first time is an audio music release that is available from all three games that you'll be able to enjoy at any time throughout the game, or while you're playing the game, or even also on your own time, off screen, mind you. I think that's pretty cool. And you can also enjoy this and get this month on September 18th as it releases. Now, keep in mind that the physical release of this game is limited, and also in digital will also be limited only up until March of 2021. So guys, make your moves as soon as possible. Keep an eye out for those pre-orders when they're ready to go. So, what did y'all think? Pretty crazy, huh? I could not say that Nintendo caught me by surprise. I mean, it did, but at the same time, it really didn't, because we all heard rumors that led up to this. And so that being said, I'm excited, and there's no better time to be a Nintendo fan at this moment, where Nintendo did justice to their fan base. And I'm happy to say that I'm glad I'm on their side, and I'm hoping that I won't see any more crushed and broken in half Nintendo Switches because of the disappointment that Nintendo has been for quite a little bit of while, since there hasn't been much news going on. But nonetheless, I'm happy to say that this really put the icing on the cake. So that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and by the way, I do apologize for those of you who are my only viewers at the time. I have been working on another project, and you will see on what I've been working on the description below. So that being said, take care, make wise decisions, and I'll see you next time.